Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Dave Rozema, whose record is 9-4 with a 3.18 ERA. And pitching today for the Yankees is Milt Wilcox, whose record is 9-8 with a 4.72 ERA. Okay, so we managed to sweep the A's with a comeback victory yesterday. We were down early, and we kind of chipped away at the lead, and a two-run shot by Gibby got us ahead, and then Dan Gonzalez hit his first home run of the year, and we swept the series. And then after a day off, we now are on a very important stretch for this season. This could... I don't know if it could break us, but it could definitely make us if we were to win a majority of these next 10 games coming up against the Yankees, which starts today. And then we have a 4-game series against the Orioles, which are definitely a team in our division that has a chance to win. And then finally, the first place Royals. Take a look at the standings real quick before we get today's game started. We have a 2.5 game lead over New York. So if we win one of these games, then we're going to maintain the first place lead. If we get swept, then of course New York will be in first. So that's kind of tough to swallow. But we will. I feel like we're going to be pretty decent against the Yankees. Baltimore, we could practically eliminate them from contention if we do well against them in the 4-game series coming up later this week. And then, of course, the first place Kansas City Royals. A team that has the best record in the American League. So we have a lot of important games coming up. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe. At the end of every video, I put a little link to another video that you can watch of mine, usually a sports card pack or box break that I've done in the recently. And you should check them out. They're a lot of fun. You see a lot of these players that we are seeing during the simulation. Let's switch this over. There we go. So there's Dave Rozema. Wow, the Yankees are betting .317 against him, the ones that are in the current lineup. And it's not a small sample size. It's 112 plate appearances. All of the bullpen is available, including Bruce Robbins, who got a win in relief yesterday. And Roger Weaver got his 12th save. In fact, so. And then here is our lineup for today against Milt Wilcox. Since we had the day off yesterday, everyone is healthy. And I would say that unless we are winning every game, we're probably going to see this lineup every day until this 10-game period is over. Then we'll give people some rest, regardless if they need it or not. Also, I just want to mention, I've been thinking about this the last couple of days. I'm thinking about bringing Andre Galarraga up from Double-A and making him our DH, and then we'll put Gibby in left, Rickey in center, and Dawson in right. And that might be our left-handed bat that we need to help us get us over the hump. I have no idea if a Double-A hitter will have success right out of the gate, but I feel like that's our best shot. Instead of making another trade for a right fielder, maybe we do that. So I'm chewing on that idea. Okay, let's go ahead and do the Tigers official lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, there we go. In center field is Eddie Miller. Batting second in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting cleanup at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth at first base is Greg Brock. Batting sixth in right field is Andre Dawson. Batting seventh at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting eighth and catching is Lance Parrish. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Alan Trammell. Let's take a look at former Tiger Milt Wilcox making his 20th start for the Yankees. He is now officially their number 5 starter in the rotation since they got Scott Sanderson, we have not seen yet, and we will not see in this series. It's going to be 5-1-2 if things pan out. So Milt is 9-8 with that 4.72 ERA, 65 Ks and 127.2 innings pitched. So not much of a strikeout pitcher. His walks are a little bit higher than they have been in the past. Opponents are betting 257 against him. He's got 2 complete games and a shutout this season. Fastball tops out around 87. That's his best pitch. Rated an 85. He's got a slurve. He's got a knuckle curve. Neither one of those are particularly effective. Rated an 82 overall. And they have him, the Yankees have him under contract until 1986 for $610,000. So 4 more years and he's already the number 5 starter. Here is the Yankees defensive alignment. Look at the Gold Gloves up the middle there. Hassey and Randolph and Ozzie Smith at shortstop now, and Lee Mazzilli in center field. All of them have 1 Gold Glove so far in their career. Okay, here's Eddie Miller leading off against Milt Wilcox. Miller held hitless for the first time in quite a while yesterday, and he starts it off with a base hit. So we have a slow pitcher, and we have a catcher that has a mediocre, below average arm. And everybody in the park knows that Eddie Miller is going. He's 10 for 10 on the season. Rickey Henderson's at the plate. And a curveball, he steals second base just as easily as we thought he would. That is number 11 on the season. Climbing up the ranks, just in limited duty. Okay, Rickey's up next. And Rickey goes to right field for a base hit. Miller scores easily. And no, we are not going to go for a double. Now, do we go with Rickey? What's his percentage? Oh, it's also 77%. Okay, well, Rickey has been better lately. I believe he's 8 out of his last 11. I looked it up earlier, so I believe that's true. Here's Gibby, and we're going to send Henderson. Another slow pitch, and Henderson is safe at second. So his 25th stolen base on the season. That's 25 out of 44, I think it is. So Rickey on second, Gibson up, and Gibson gets a base hit to right. So we have a pattern going. Should we keep it going? We're going to say no once again. We have Gibby on first. What's Gibby's percentage? 74%. No, we're not going to go. We're going to hit and run with Hatcher. That is his specialty after all. And a base hit up the middle, so Gibson will go to third. Oh, wow. Why is he not going to third? He should have already been there. Okay. So Gibson on second, Hatcher on first for Greg Brock. Brock hitting a little bit better. We moved him up to the number 5 spot in the lineup. And he jacks in a 3-run shot for Brock, his 15th on the season. The Brockness monster pokes his head out from the depth and goes deep. 5-0. This is exactly what we need to do to the Yankees. Just crush their morale early as Andre Dawson does what he does. Hits a slow grounder to second. There's 1 out. And then Sweet Lou grounds out to Ozzie at short. And that's going to bring up Les Parrish betting 290. And he got off the schneid with a home run in the middle game of the Oakland series. And here he lines out to center, and that'll do it. So, Tigers, aggressive in the first inning, put up 5 runs on Wilcox. Let's take a look at the Yankees lineup today. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Otis Nixon. Batting second at second base is Willie Randolph. Batting third in right field is Claudell Washington. Batting cleanup and DHing is Brian Dayett. Batting fifth and catching is Ron Hassey. Batting 6th at first base is Dennis Werth. Batting 7th in left field is Don Reynolds. Batting 8th in center field is Lee Mazzilli. Batting 9th, playing shortstop, is Ozzie Smith. Here's Dave Rozema once again going for his 10th win. Rosie and Morris struggling to get to double digits. 9-4, 3.18 ERA. You know the deal. It's 46 Ks and 116 pitches. Not a strikeout pitcher. Doesn't walk very many. In fact, he has the best in the majors walk to inning pitch ratio. Opponents are betting 249 against him. He's got one complete game. He doesn't even have a fastball. He's got a sinker, which is pretty damn good. Sidearm curve that's just below average, and a splitter, which technically works as his fastball, but it doesn't really use it that much. He's only 25 years old, looking good. Let's take a look at his game log real quick. Yeah, this is his 3rd attempt at getting his 10th victory. That July 5th appearance against Milwaukee was a real stinker, and he gave up 8 runs and a walk in his last start against Toronto, where we were swept by the Blue Jays. So we need a good outing from him today. There is the Tigers' defensive alignment for today's game. Everybody where they should be. And Otis Nixon leading off. Now you may notice on his card, it says shortstop right there. Otis Nixon in 1982 was playing shortstop in the minor leagues. He came up as a third baseman. So this is not inaccurate exactly, but in the majors, he only ever played center field and left field and a couple games in right. So I'm not going to do it this season because I don't want to ruin anything. But next year I will change that so he's a center fielder. So now he's playing third base. Here he's leading off. A ground ball to second. And that sends Joe LaFave to the minor leagues. He was a Gold Glove winner last year and among the league leaders in home runs, and now he's in Double-A. Nixon grounds out to Lou, 1 down. Here's Willie Randolph. Randolph, another ground ball, also to Lou. 2 down. Here's today's title card cover boy, Claudell Washington. Showed him in his Yankee uniform. He did play for the Yankees at one point. And he's got himself a dong to right field, and it is 5-1. Rosie's giving up a lot of home runs right now. I've noticed in his last 4 or 5 starts, he even gave up 3 home runs at one point in a game. So he does get a long fly ball to Brian Dayett, just batting barely over 200. We go to the top of the second inning. It's 5-1 now, with Alan Trammell leading off, number 9 hitter today. And he flips it to right center field. Play is made by Washington, 1 down. Back to Eddie Miller, got the game started with a base hit, had that stolen base. And he goes to left field for a base hit. After having an 0-for yesterday, he's 2 for 2 today. I'm not willing to send him just yet. Let's let Rickey swing away here. And there's a base hit to right. Now Miller should take third easily. There we go. So first and third, 1 down. And we are going to send Rickey again to stay out of a double play situation here with Gibby up. Let's see if he makes it this time. Inside pitch, and he's thrown out. And, gosh, I should have seen that coming, I think. And then Gibson walks. Okay, well, Gibson gets on base. We're getting the pitch count up. It's almost to 40. It will be with the next pitch as Hatcher steps in. Hatcher gets plunked in the ribs. I don't think Wilcox likes our aggressive style. He's giving it back to us. And here's Brock already with a home run today. And now a grand slam opportunity. Oh, he got under it. And lifts it onto the outfield grass where Randolph makes the play. So missed opportunity there. And hopefully that base running blunder doesn't come back to bite us. Here is last year's MVP, Ron Hassey, having a solid year, 296 with 15 home runs. He's going to have to pick up the pace if he wants to win back-to-back MVPs. As he grounds out to Lou. Dennis Werth occupying first base with Rick Leach on the IL for another 9 days. And then don't forget, Don Mattingly's in Double-A as well. And then Don Reynolds flies out to deep center field, almost to the warning track. We go to the top of the third inning. It's 5-1. Detroit. Andre Dawson leading up top of the third with a base hit to right. 8 hits for the Tigers. Is that everybody? Who doesn't have one? Okay, so the bottom 3 guys don't have one yet. Okay. Sweet Lou. Lou struggles versus right-handers. I almost feel like we should hit and run just to stay out of the double play. Oh, man. Okay, well, he beats it out. It should have been 2 with all those gold gloves. So runner on first. Here's Lance Parrish. And he's going to hit into a double play. Oh, I already forgot the nickname. Christopher came up with the nickname for Parrish. I think you saw it right there. He calls him the porch. Because every time he's running, it's like he's pulling a house behind him. That's a pretty good nickname. I like that. So the double play sends us to the bottom of the third, where Lee Mazzilli leads off with a base hit. We're going to bring the corners in with Ozzie up. I could see Ozzie laying down a bunt. Nope. Popping it up, though. Sticky Mickey was intimidating him by being in on the grass. 1 down. Runner at first. Here's Otis Nixon. This is Nixon's 13th game of the season, and he's got 12 stolen bases in those 13 games. Slow roller to Hatcher, and Hatcher turns 2. Goes around the horn, and we go to the top of the 4th. Trammell leading off against Milt, and a ground ball to first. Werth steps on the bag. Eddie Miller up. Miller 2 for 2. Third at bat, and it's only the 4th inning and his 3rd hit. And we are definitely sending him again. We're going to keep the heat on Milt. He's sweating. And they I guess maybe that was a pitch out. I mean, it's way up and outside. Miller safe again. 3 stolen bases today. This is who I thought Rickey was going to be. And Miller's almost has half of Rickey's stolen base totals. And we just started playing him like less than 2 weeks ago. Okay, so an RBI opportunity for Rickey. And he bloops it into right center field. It will be caught. Miller will not be able to tag. Too shallow. Where is it exactly? 197 feet, so not very deep. We're going to let Gibby swing away here. And Gibby pulls it for a base hit to right. Miller will score. It is 6-1. Do we want to go for 2? No, they're not giving us very good odds on doubles today. So 6-1. Opportunity here for Hatcher to get some revenge on Wilcox after he got plunked in the ribs. And he pops it up to second. So the Tigers get a run. Another manufactured run. And it's 6-1 Detroit. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Willie Randolph leading off. This is the inning where Rosie tends to struggle a little bit. Ground ball to second from Randolph. There's 1 down. And then there's a base hit from Claudell, Washington. He is now 5 for 7 with a home run against Rosie in his American League career, anyway. Washington was the National League MVP in our 1980 simulation season for the Mets. as Dayett flies out to center. So 2 down. Claudell on first. And here's Ron Hassey, 4 for 18 in his career with 2 walks against Rozema. And that'll end the inning. So good job by Rosie getting through 4, only giving up the 1 long ball. Here's Greg Brock leading off against Milt. Nice pitch from Milt, low and outside. It causes Brock to flip it to left. 1 down. Andre Dawson up next. Dawson with a grounder to second. Randolph's up with it for the second out. So Lou, Parrish, and Trammell, still the only Tigers without hits so far today. And Whitaker, fly ball to right. All the way to the warning track. Okay, so we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Rosie's only at 50 pitches. 3 hits, no walks given up so far. So he's pitching solidly. As Werth steps in and hits a grounder to Lou. I feel like they're all going to Lou. I keep calling Lou's name. They're not booing, they're saying Lou. Oh, crap. Don Reynolds goes deep to right. That is his 8th home run of the season. 6-2 now. There are more dongs in these games than there are in a Jane Campion movie. Lee Smith, a grounder to second. There's 2 outs. And here is the light-hitting Ozzie Smith. Again, a grounder to Lou. At least Lou's getting his fielding percentage up with all these clean plays. We're going to the 6th inning. It's 6-2. And Lance Parrish, 2 for 6 with a home run against his old battery mate. And a ground ball to short. The Wizard up with it, tosses him out, 1 out. Next up is Trammell. And Trammell goes deep, another dong, 482 feet. It's 7-2. 8th home run on the season for Trammell. And I think we're back in first place in all of baseball with home runs. Eddie Miller walks, and that's going to do it for Milt. They're going to bring in Andy McGaffigan. Now, McGaffigan, he just got called up for this season. He, who did they send down? I just noticed. It was like, how could they send him down? Damn it, I can't remember right now. So this will be his first appearance of 1982. And you can see in limited duty last year, he's pretty solid, 2.92 ERA. Wow, he walks as many as he strikes out. That's not great. Command is 80, control is 80. Well, okay, I mean, maybe he's improved over last year's fastball, 89 miles an hour. Definitely a ground ball pitcher, almost 55%. His fastball is his out pitch. He's got a slider pretty solid too, a sinker and a curve mixed in. So, okay. Rickey Henderson. We've got Miller. I would love to steal his 4th base, but we're getting into the egregious territory here where with a 5-run lead in the 6th, probably shouldn't be attempting a stolen base as Henderson lines out to center. I'm an unwritten rules guy. I like a little beanball war, so I try to adhere to those when I can. I would love to just turn it up also, but Gibby strikes out looking. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Rosie only at 59 pitches. And we're back to the top of the lineup. Let's flip over into the in-game stats. I mean, who's the player of the game today? Is it Miller, 3 for 3 with 2 stolen bases? I thought he had 3. I guess I'm wrong. Henderson's 2 for 4. Gibby's 2 for 3. Tram with a homer. Brock with a homer. Okay, so here is Otis Nixon. I know Nixon's not going to hit a home run. Another ground ball to Lou. 1 out. Randolph, finally, the first strikeout for Rosie comes here in the 6th. Willie Randolph, who is not a guy that strikes out very often. Oh my God, Claudell Washington clubs it. 458 feet. That's a 3-home run game for the Yankees against Rosie. It's 7-3 for Brian Dayett. That's Claudell's second home run today. And then Brian Dayett grounds to short. We go to the 7th. We got Mickey, Brockness, Monster, and Hawk due up. Mickey grounds out to second. There's one out. Greg Brock, a grounder to second. Okay, McGaffigan looking good out of the pen so far. And Dawson, a grounder to short. So 3 ground balls to the middle infielders. Like I said, they got gold gloves, so they're solid. We go to the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th. Ron Hassey leading off. In most cases, I would probably just pull Rozema. But he's had some success against Ron Hassey. Hassey flips it to left center field. And another deep ball. There's one out. Dennis Werth up next, batting 181 versus right-handers. Again, I feel solid about Rosie pitching to him. That ball is almost gone, right at the fence for Miller. 2 down. For Don Reynolds. Now, Reynolds already has a dong today. And he's got 2 walks against Rozema. And a base hit. 6 hits now for the Yankees. Switch hitter Lee Mazzilli steps in. We're going to let him pitch another batter here. And a comebacker to Rozema. Haven't had too many of those today. I think that's the first. And Rosie tosses him out. So 7 solid innings for Rosie. That's going to be it for him today. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Sweet Lou leading off against Andy McGaffigan. And there's a hit against McGaffigan. That's the first one against him. Lou's first hit of the day. Runner on first. Nobody out. Here's Parrish. Oh, an infield single! He's not carrying that porch anymore around. He beats out the infield single at first and second. And now every Tiger has a base hit today. So Trammell, he hit his 8th home run earlier. And a ground ball to short. Oh, they get Parrish in second. They cannot turn 2. And I think we're going to let Miller swing away. We don't need to hit and run here. I mean, he doesn't do that very well anyway. But we're going to let him swing away. And as long as he hits a grounder, he should be able to beat out any double play. If he strikes out looking, that's exactly what we didn't need. And now Rickey gets a walk. There we go, bases loaded. And they're bringing in their closer in a 4-run game. That makes no sense at all. But it is Kirk Kaufman, has the most saves in the American League. He's 21 out of 25. Really not all that great. You got Goose Gossage as your setup dude, and Kaufman is the closer. So good fastball, awesome rated fastball. Decent splitter. It's got a change up. And says this is Gibson's first time facing him. I don't believe that to be true. And he strikes out. Well, how many pitches was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I guess he only did 9. So at least it took him to 9 pitches. We leave 2 on the base pass. We're going to take out Rosie. 87 pitches, so we still could probably go 1 more inning, but we're going to go with the odds. We're going to bring in a left-hander, which is Capizzello. Turn these batters around. Smith batting .235 versus left-handers, so he's much better as a lefty hitter. And he saws off Smith, popping it up to Hatcher at third. There's 1 down. Now, Otis Nixon switch hitter, batting .310 versus lefties, so this lefty's all right. popping it up as well. Okay, there we go. Onto the outfield grass for Lou. Nope, that was Brock. Brock took that one. Can Capizzello get Randolph? Randolph batting .337 versus lefties. So he hits lefties pretty well. That's okay. That's going to be a double, maybe a triple. It's a double for Randolph. That is the first extra base hit today that was not a home run. 21st double of the season. That's all right. We're just going to face Claudell now. Cappy versus Claudell. I like this a little bit better here for the odds. Oh, he crushes it to center. Miller makes the play. We're going to the ninth inning. Mickey Hatcher, 1 for 3 on the day. He's going to lead off the inning. And a base hit to left. Another 2 for 4 day for Hatcher. What's his average up to now? Up to .333. Greg Brock, runner on first. Nobody out, and he walks. Brock's always good for one walk a ball game. Dawson up next. A wild pitch from Kaufman moves runners to second and third. And a great opportunity here for Dawson. Ground ball to second. Hatcher will score. RBI to Hawk. Brock on third. It's 8-3. That really ought to be good enough. Whitaker strikes out. Second K for Kaufman. Second out of the inning. And Parrish pops it up on the infield, right on the chalk line. And it's an error by the catcher. That looked like it was a foul ball. No instant replay, so we're going to take it. 9-3. And 2 down for Trammell. Trammell's got a home run already today. There's a ground ball to Ozzie. He's not going to flub it. And we're going to the bottom of the ninth inning. Definitely not a save opportunity. So we're going to take out Cappy, and we're going to bring in Tom Hume. And he's almost to 50 innings pitched, but if he gets hurt, I'm not going to cry about it. You know, like I'd rather not use Dave Smith to keep him as fresh as I can. So we're going to use our kind of our long reliever. Oh crap! He gives him a base hit to Dayett. Ron Hassey up next. Hassey, .316 versus right-handers. And he flips it down the left field line. Oh, boy. Well, not time to panic yet. Neither of those runs mean anything other than to Tom Hume. So if they score, whatever. There's a line drive to center. Oh, it gets down, and Werth has a 2-run double. So we're almost into safe territory here. Come on, Tom Hume. Maybe he just doesn't have it today. Fly ball from Reynolds. That ought to be an out. And that was deep as well. Werth tags up, takes third. We're going to pull first base in. If it's a ground ball to Mazzilli, he'll hold that runner. Anywhere else, we'll let that run score. And he pops it up. He's going to have to backpedal to get that one. And Brock does make the play. So 2 down. Here's Ozzie Smith. Runner on third. And Ozzie hits a grounder to Lou Whitaker. You guessed it. Tigers win 9-5. That is the perfect way to start this 10-game stretch with a victory over our hated rivals, the Yankees. Let's take a look at the standings. New York falls to 3.5 back with that loss. We have 113 home runs now. And remember, Milwaukee at one point was 1 up on us on home runs. Incredible. I switched it over to stolen base totals instead of percentage. I thought maybe y'all might be interested in seeing who the leaders were there. Let's take a look at the transactions. Are there any trades with the trade deadline looming? No new trades. While the number one starter on Cincinnati is going to miss one start, Bruce Bereni, going to miss 6 days. I must have missed that before because I remember these guys, so I must have missed that. And then Ron Renicki, first baseman for the Dodgers, is going to miss 3 days, so no big deal there. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Who is the player of the game? Is it going to be Eddie Miller again? Eddie Miller, 3 hits. He had 2 stolen bases. Let's see, what else did he do? Scored 2 runs. He walked. Greg Brock did have 3 RBI. Somebody's got to get on base for him to drive those in, though, right? I think we're going to give it to Brock. We're going to give it to Brock, yeah, because he also got the walk, scored a couple runs, and Dave Rozema gets his 10th win. Good job by Rosie. 10-4 on the year. Tom Hume took one for the team there. Tram hit his 8th home run. There were 5 more home runs today. That is insane. Milt Wilcox takes the loss. He's 9-9 on the season. Okay, that'll do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.